It is very difficult for a Democrat to win the state of Florida without getting the senior citizen vote. But it is impossible for a Republican to win the state of Florida without getting the senior citizen vote. And unfortunately for Donald Trump right now, it appears that Florida seniors are abandoning him. What's happening is that, according to the latest polling, we are seeing a statistical tie among or with seniors for Trump and Biden here in the state of Florida. Statistical tie. It's a dead heat. Some polls have Biden up by 1 or 2 points. Some have Trump up by 1 or 2 points, both within the margin of error. There's a couple outlier polls that show Trump winning seniors in Florida by like 10 points, but all of the other ones have it as statistical tie. So I think we're going to ignore the outliers for now because there's too many showing other data. Nevertheless, what we have is a situation where Donald Trump is fighting from behind. You know, Florida is essentially swung one way or the other by those senior citizens. Obviously, the 30 and under crowd, those are stronger liberals. The middle class type folks, that's a bit of a toss-up. It's the senior citizens. Whichever way they go, so goeth the election. And right now, Trump does not have enough of a commanding majority of these people to declare victory in the state of Florida. And here's why. It's not just that, oh, they like Biden better. They're sick and tired of it. According to interviews that have been conducted with these senior citizens throughout the state of Florida, they're sick of the lies. They're sick of him not being a leader, and they don't like the fact that he's okay with them dying from COVID-19 in order to restart the economy. And that, folks, that is the big wake-up call. Look, all politicians lie. It's part of the job. You got to. Some of it's intentional, some of it's unintentional. Some of it's something you actually believe, but it turns out later you can't do it, so technically that gets marked as a lie. But telling grandma and grandpa that you have to die, telling your mom and dad you have to die because I want to go eat at Outback Steakhouse. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is something a crazy person does. And the senior citizens understand that. It's not worth going to Golden Corral if it means that grandma has to go to an earlier grave than she should. COVID-19 does affect elderly Americans more than it affects other age groups. But they're not the only age group that gets affected by it, regardless of what Republicans want us to think. But yeah, it does hit them a lot harder, as do other diseases. And so we take extra precautions with them. But not this time. Trump's and Republican governors, including DeSantis here in Florida, is like, oh, well, y'all just going to have to die. We want to go to a bar, and we don't want to socially distance. Hard to hit on women when you got to socially distance from 6 feet away. Hey, you come here often. Doesn't work. This is psychotic. And the senior citizens recognize it, and that's the important part. They may not end up breaking for Biden, but if Biden can do the bare minimum of keeping it even with him and Trump, then I think at the end of the day, Florida's electoral votes will go to Biden.